It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja bichuela y guandules no viene ligado igualito que yuca. Ese pelo que él tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring. En el piso yo quien te
No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de...
Oh, good morning. We are live. How's everyone doing this morning? It is True Crime Thursday, guys, and we got a heck of a show lined up for you this morning. Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing this morning? We got Back to Retro in the house. We got Aaron. We got Rosie Key up in here this morning. Good morning, guys. Oh, man, it is a cold one out there in the world. There's something cold in the world today, and you guys live in it. That's right, man. I've been seeing on the news, it's freezing everywhere, right? Here, we're still doing pretty good down here in Arizona, California area, but I saw Texas is getting hit. Colorado is getting hit. All these places are just getting nailed with the freezing cold. So be careful, guys. Don't lose any digits. Don't forget to get your Mod Squad Daily crossover shirt. Yes, I need to wear it. I got it in the living room. Man, I passed out last night about like 8:30, and I just woke up about 20 minutes ago, took a hot shower, jumped in here, grabbed whatever shirt I just saw clean, and jumped in here. But yeah, let's definitely, I need to start doing that, guys. I'm slacking. The shoulder surgery took a little longer than I thought to warrant oh, hang on, guys. Fix myself up here. Yeah, all these trips to Vegas and stuff are really my hair. There we go. I've really kind of taken up more of my time than I thought, so I'm kind of just running behind on everything. But the show must go on. That's right, guys. Regardless, the show must go on. I just get my hair corrected here. All right, guys. Oh, I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate all the love and support out there. Let's get into some headlines this morning, guys. Let's get into some headlines. This one's pretty good. Man gets probation in theft of $105,000 worth of equipment at the Super Bowl experience in Phoenix, guys. This was last year. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Man gets probation, $105,000 worth of equipment he stole. Let's see here. A man who stole more than $100,000 worth of equipment from the 2023 Super Bowl experience in downtown Phoenix has avoided time behind bars as part of a plea agreement. On Wednesday, Maricopa County Superior Court judge sentenced 37-year-old George Rodriguez to 12 months of probation and ordered him to pay restitution. Rodriguez was charged with a Class 2 felony but pled it down to a Class 5. Let me see. Police say he and another person were caught on surveillance video driving to the parking garage last Friday downtown Phoenix, where 4 projection lights and power distributors were stolen. Officers say the equipment was found in the backyard of Rodriguez's home in Phoenix. So they had the Super Bowl down there last year, and this guy thought it was going to be a good idea to run down there. Yeah, that's expensive stuff. He could have got away with it, but he's looking at a Class 5 felony now. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Hey, Rai, good morning. How are you? Good to see you this morning. Good to see you. Hey, I definitely do remember you from yesterday, buddy. Definitely. I'm glad to see everyone up in here all happy and people coming back. Hey, Brian and Stoner fam, I'm baked. I can't find my bong or pipe, so rolling a fat joint. I hate it when you can't find your smoking stuff. It happens to me all the time. I'm muted. Am I muted? No, I should be good. It looks I see everyone hear me okay? Looks like I see the bars. Hopefully everything's good. Everyone hear me all right? All right, we'll get into this next one, guys. All right, I hear you. All right, good. All right, what do we got? Up next, guys. Let's see here. Stolen U-Haul truck driver arrested after evading police. Man, you don't realize. I've heard quite a few stories of people stealing U-Hauls and just not returning them, living in them, doing all sorts of stuff. It's a big thing. Like, people do it often. So this was last night, guys. The driver of a stolen U-Haul truck filed from officers Wednesday night, but was caught shortly after. Around 6 p.m. near 107th Avenue and Camelback in Phoenix. Police followed someone in a stolen U-Haul truck and tried to speak with them. The vehicle fled from officers and was tracked to multiple locations until it stopped in the area of the Interstate 10 highway and Baseline Road. The driver was arrested and will be checked out at the hospital before being booked in the jail on suspicion of several charges. It's a U-Haul, man. What did you think? What did you think you were going to do? You think you were going to outrun them on a U-Haul? No, it was me. I'm baked. Oh, Aaron. Hey, at least you can admit it when you're baked, right? You're like, oh, fuck, I muted it. It wasn't you. It was me. Oh, I love you guys, man. You guys crack me up every morning, man. Oh, regardless. And and it's funny, man. Sometimes I get in here and there isn't a lot of people in here. We got the 2 or 3 people in here and I get a little nervous. I'm like, oh man, did everyone bail out? Like, did they figure it out? Figure out this isn't that fun after all? And, inner monologue stuff. And then you guys all come and you make me laugh. And then I'm like, okay, I'm just stupid. So I appreciate it. Guys, I do want to cover this one real quick, man. Not a lot happening in the news today, but DEA details just how bad the fentanyl crisis is in America right now, guys. If you haven't seen this, this is a new report that's coming out. They're claiming, the DEA is claiming, there's enough to kill every American in America right now. There's enough fentanyl that could kill everybody. It's a serious thing, man, this fentanyl. Fentanyl is the leading cause of death for Americans between the age of 18 and 45. The U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration said on January 17th, the agency is calling fentanyl the deadliest drug threat our country has ever faced. In 2023, the DEA seized more than 77 million fentanyl pills and almost 12,000 pounds of it in powder form. This is the most fentanyl seized by the DEA in a single year. It amounts to more than 386 million deadly doses of fentanyl, enough to kill every American. So that's just what they seized, not what even is getting out of here, man. So 18 to 45, the number one killer. The agency says the pills nowadays are more potent and deadlier than ever before. The lab testing shows in 2023, 7 out of 10 pills had potential deadly dose of the drug. 7 out of 10. Holy moly. This increased 4 out of 10 pills from 2021 and 6 out of 10 pills in 2022. So obviously it's going up. It went from 4 to 6 to 7 just in 3 years. The Center for Disease Control Prevention predicts that there will be a record number of drug poisonings in 2024, and the CDC's last estimate in the 12-month period ending in June 2023, there was 112,500 American deaths. Nearly 70% of these drug poisonings are from fentanyl. So it's the DEA's mission is to save American lives by defeating the two cartels that are mainly responsible for the vast majority of fentanyl that is flooding our country, the Sinaloa cartel and the Jalisco cartel. Great. Now I'm labeled. Great. I said their names on their show, guys. They're coming after me now. Great. Man alone or a man apart. I'm going to be Vin Diesel sitting in my house waiting for the cartel. That's great. No. DEA has identified more than 50 individual countries where criminals network operate. Man. Yeah, fentanyl is the worst, man. Legalized. Hey, Chris Zucchini's in the house. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, actually, I got that. You know what? That's the one thing I did do right there, Mr. Back to Retro this morning. I do. We'll talk about that here in a minute after fentanyl. So yeah, fentanyl is just crazy, man. I can't believe it's that bad. I don't know if I guys ever told you if I ever told you guys this story when I got my neck fused. They burned all the nerves and everything. This has just happened about like 6-7 months ago. Hey, what's up, Mojave Martian? How you doing? Got work this morning. Woo, man. Man. How's the car running since you got it back, Mojave Martian? Everything kosher? Everything good? Did you end up okay with it? Hopefully, man. Hopefully. And then I was telling Teresa Deller too. She said something about maybe the ignition might be having problems or whatever. We know a lot of mechanics in this group. Madman Jeremy is a great mechanic. I have a great cheap mechanic down at my studio who works out of the back of the yard back there. So yeah, if you need something, Matt Workman, let us know. Or Mojave Martian. Sorry, I just totally outed him. Nancy, how you doing? Oh, legalize morphine and we won't need fentanyl. Yeah, so I had my neck fused about 6 or 7 months ago, and maybe like 9 months ago, whatever it was. It's been nice. It's been nice since it happened. And I came out of it. They knocked me out. I came out of it and I was in so much pain. Oh, just so much pain. And they ended up giving me 5 doses of fentanyl, and I didn't feel a thing. It didn't affect me. And they ended up giving me some Toradol, and that did the trick. But I'm telling you, man, fentanyl, for me, it didn't do anything. Of course, I was in real pain. I remember when the nurse was like, hey, we're going to give you some fentanyl. I'm like, is this real fentanyl or is this like cartel? Is Danny Trejo going to come in and offer me, you choose, son, But yeah, man, this fentanyl thing, they should just ban it altogether. I mean, did we really need a new like a higher advanced pain pill, a pain tolerance? I mean, Dilaudid. We got a lot of them, man. Well, do we really need fentanyl? Could we just ban it altogether? Is that a thing? I would definitely say car runs like a new one. It's just the ignition switch, easy fix. I can do it myself. Just have to order the part. All right, Mojave Marshall, just checking in on you, buddy. I'm not challenging your mechanic skills whatsoever. I just, if we could lend a helping hand, we would. Yeah, Chris Zucchini, he knows Dilaudid, boy. The few times I've had it at the ER and stuff, I had kidney stones a couple times, and they fire that Dilaudid in the line. You could smell it, like and all of a sudden you're there, man. Dilaudid is good stuff. I can see how people could get hooked on Dilaudid. When I had my gastric bypass, they had me on the switch where you hit the little button, and I swear to God, I would wake up. I think it was like every 12 minutes I could hit it. So I would fall asleep, wake up every 12 minutes just to hit the thing and go back to bed, wake up every 12 minutes, hit it again. I can see, but the difference is once I was out and I was cool. I just moved. Hey, I can't be on live next week because I'm with my dad and I go to bed at 11. Sorry, I live in Australia. Sorry. Hey, no worries, man. No worries, Rye. Jump in and whenever you can, man. We're always here. We got a great community. We appreciate it, man. So Bomb had it after it took my appendix out on the 13th. Ended up Mojave Martian come over to my place and fix my electrical Trans Am. He's like, I love it. Mojave Martian's like, easy fix. And now people are like, hey, you can come fix my car. Oh man. All right, one last bit of news before we jump into all the stuff, guys. I'm just sitting here talking to you guys. Let's see. I wanted to cover this. Cheech and Chong, back to retro, and Harley both sent me this yesterday. Check this out, guys. Cheech and Chong have a new vodka out, and the bottle turns into a bong. These are limited edition to 300, guys. Or I mean, they're $300 each. Are limited edition. I'm thinking I might have to pick one up. I don't drink vodka, but I smoke a bong. That looks like it's here in my house. This one does. I'm like, when did I get this? Oh, let's see. Let's see if I can. That's crazy. I don't know how that happened. Oh, but yeah, so this is called the Judge's Water, guys. This is vodka from Cheech and Chong. You can turn the bottle into a bong afterwards. I think this is freaking high tech. This is crazy. This is cool high tech. Kind of low tech, but still, I like this. I like this a lot. Very, very cool. I'm probably going to pick one up, and then we'll unbox it on the show, and then I'll drink some vodka. We'll do a bunch of, we'll test it out. We'll do the whole thing, guys. It's been out for a while. It's vodka, man. Yeah, $300. That's not bad. I don't know. It is what it is. What would a bong cost you? Bong costs you 100 and something. Better do it soon. Yeah, I just found out about it. Probably going to be sold out here pretty quick. Just send the vodka to Kevin. Hey, we could do that. Yeah, I've never been really a vodka and Red Bull. That was always the go-to in my 30s. Vodka and Red Bull. And then you just like wake up like you're drunk and you fall asleep and then you wake up because of the Red Bull. All right, let's give some shout outs this morning. Let's do this thing, guys.
Call for the Danksters at 10 AM. Rise and shine, it's time to slam, break the mold. Rebel from the north, Danksters unite, let's raise a storm. D-A-N-K, we're here to play, loud and proud, we won't obey. 10 AM, we'll rock your day. Danksters assemble, never fade away.
All right, Danksters. That was the Barbosa band. Where's Lonnie at this morning? I ain't seen Lonnie in here this morning. Oh man, I have never drank a Red Bull. What? I'm not an energy drink kind of guy, but like when you're drinking alcohol, it's not too bad. But yeah, I just won't. One time I used to work for Budweiser way back when, before the controversy, and we were selling Lost energy drinks, and I had like just cases of them for samples. And I was thirsty. I was driving around in my Budweiser van, so I'm like just drinking them like they were soda or something. And I remember I get into the Red Dog Bar here in Needles, California. I'm doing my order, and I notice my hands are all shaking. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, oh, the fucking energy drinks. Didn't even think about it. This is a long time ago, guys. So when energy drinks first came out, and then, ever since then, I'm like, I've never been a caffeine guy. I've never, either of my kids, like I could drink a soda like 5 minutes before going to bed. I have a soda sitting like on my dresser as I'm sleeping, and I wake up and I take drinks out of it through the night. Like, yeah, it's caffeine, soda, sugar. I don't know if what's wrong with my DNA, but it doesn't affect it that much. My kids, same way. We're just hyper, I guess, just in general. But yeah, good morning, Rosie Kia. Get these shout outs, guys. If you want to get a shout out, all you got to do is say, hey, Brian, what's up? Or hey, I'm here. Just any kind of comment, guys, and we will get you a shout out this morning. We got Rosie Key, the sunshine, the happy lady, Rosie Key in the house. How's Jim doing this morning? We got Aaron all the way from Australia. We got Back to Retro Review. Guys, go check out Back to Retro Review and the Mod Squad, guys. Let me do something real quick. They had a great channel over there, guys. It's like our sister channel. We do a lot of different stuff over there. I'm going to throw up this bong again real quick. I'll grab some. We do a lot of stuff with them over there. They're a great freaking channel. They do movies. They do video game reviews. They have all sorts of stuff, guys. I mean, just they cover the gambit of geek culture. So make sure you're getting over there. Oh man, Back to Retro. He put this in paper and everything. Dang, Back to Retro. You fancy. All right, guys. I want to cross promote this real quick. Check out this shirt, guys. Boom. Ooh, that's nice. Look at that, guys. Check that out. You know you want one of these. Jump on over on the Mod Squad, guys. That this is their month shirt, a crossover event. Grab one. I know Eric grabbed one. A few others. Man, this thing is fire. Check that out, guys. You see the blunts ablazing there. I love it. This thing is great. So make sure you grab one, man. We love the Mod Squad. We love the Asylum with Harley. We love all the shows over there, guys. A great channel. Back to Retro, Mod Squad, guys. You got Felix. You got all of them. They got a great concept going over there, guys. And support them all you can, 100%. They are good. It's a fun channel too. Take that hair down to help this guy. Oh man, I'm telling you, it's getting time. I got a plan though. There's going to be a bit behind it, guys. There's going to be a bit. Maybe someone will come and challenge me. Hair versus mask. I don't know. We'll see. Do I put my hair on the line? We will see, guys. We got a bit. I got a bit that we're going to work on later. Oh man, what do we got? We got Back to Retro. We got Rai in the house, all the way from Australia again, man. We're growing in Australia. That's right. We're gonna host a live event over at the Opera House, the Sydney Opera House. That's how big we're getting in Australia, guys. Just watch, sooner or later. Oh, we got Aaron, we got Rosie Key, we got Teresa Deller. How you doing, Teresa, this morning? It's not that cold out over here, which is nice. I have a feeling it's coming though. How's the world on your end of town this morning? Who else we got? We got Chris Zucchini, Mojave Martian. We got Nancy. We got who else? We got up in here, ton of people up in here this morning. John Phantom, Eric's in the house. The broken brain of Eric. That's right. It's not broken. It's just misaligned. That's right. Oh man. Oh, I'm so sorry, Rai Rai. Oh, I you know what? No offense. I call everyone man, brother. I can't remember names for nothing, so you'll hear me say brother and stuff. It's an overall blanket, but I apologize, ma'am. All right, there we go. A girl, get her before she gets away. You know what, guys? We actually have a pretty good mix. We have boys and girls, men and women. We had a good mix, man. I've been on some other channels where it's just all dudes, which isn't bad, but I really like that we mix. Everyone's respectful. I really like it, man. Really, really like it. Really, really like it. Oh. Jack and Coke. Oh, now we're talking drinks. Oh man. All right, guys. I think I got everyone in here. If I missed you, make sure you let me know, and I'll make sure I give you a shout out here, guys. Oh, no one likes a sausage fest. Oh man, no one except for Eric. All right, guys, we're going to get into a little today in history. We're doomed to repeat the past if we do not know it, guys. And things are getting crazy out there in the world. And I really like looking back. You know which one I really liked on this, guys, is the molasses flood. I keep thinking about the molasses flood. We need to do a whole episode just about the molasses flood. I'm loving it. Fortnite, whoop, whoop, whoop. I've been playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto lately, and then MLB The Show is what I'm been playing lately. I love doing career mode where you like work your way through the minors and stuff. I told you that in confidence back to retro. I do have kids. I have two. I have a boy and a girl. They're a little older now, but my son actually just moved to Colorado. He's going to be 22 here in the next couple days, and my daughter's still a teenager. But yeah, love my kids. Kids are great, guys. Kids are great. Okay, what else do we got? Okay, today in history, guys. Actually, yeah, I got my daughter Green Day tickets. We're gonna go see Green Day in September. Wake me when September ends, guys, because I'm excited about that. I'm real excited. They're gonna be performing. Harley sent me a thing the other day. They're gonna be performing American Idiot and Dookie on this tour, and those are my jams, man. I can't tell you what Dookie meant to me. Sounded weird. I can't tell you what Dookie meant to me as a teenager. No, that was the band that, like, when you're depressed, you're in your emo mode and all that. They were what lifted me up. Man, when I was a tweaker, that's all I listened to was Green Day. Good times, good times. No. Anyway, guys, let's get in today in history. 30 years ago, Brian was running amok in an orange van. All right, let's get into this, guys.
Today in history, a journey through time where legends are born and secrets intertwine. Join us at 7:10 a.m. for all to see as we unravel the histories from our history.
All right, guys, let's get into the histories of our history. All right. Where are we at here? There we go. All right, guys, we got some birthdays in the house today. We got Cary Grant. Did you know? You know what? It is True Crime Thursday. We'll get back to Cary Grant in a minute. This is going to be good, guys. This is going to be Cary Grant. He was a spy. He was an American spy, a real life American spy, or maybe not American. Maybe he was British spy, but we'll see. We'll go get into it. But he was a real spy, guys. It's crazy. So Cary Grant was born today, a movie star, guys. Everyone knows Cary Grant. He was born January 18th, 1904, and he died in 1986 and November 29th. He lived to be 82 years old. Cary Grant. We'll get into more into his life and times in a minute. Mark Reliance, British actor and director, was born in 1960. Dances with Wolves, The Postman, Waterworld. 1955 brought us the great Kevin Costner, guys, American actor and director. He's celebrating a birthday today. Who, man, Waterworld. Waterworld's what it is, but what is it? Dances with Wolves, The Postman, Message in a Bottle. My God, man, Kevin Costner, A Tin Cup. He's a great actor, man, great actor. I loved Dances with Wolves, great movie. And then in 1952, Verapan, Indian Criminal was born, guys. We're going to look into that one too. In 1913, Danny Kaye, American actor. Some of your old school television people would know Danny Kaye. He was, I don't know if he did movies. I know he did television. And then Cary Grant, of course, was born today, guys. On this day in history, guys, the featured event is going to be German Empire established in 1871. Ooh, that guy. He looks like he would establish the German Empire. Let me show you this guy before we start talking about him. Jesus, Hitler's freaking uncle. So this guy. Check out this guy. The German Empire, forged as a result of diplomacy rather than outpouring of popular nationalist feeling, was founded this day in 1871 in the aftermath of 3 successful wars by the North German state of Persia. That's right. The German was established, guys. Hitler's uncle. Right there. All right. What else we got happening today, guys? American diplomat and administrator R. Sergeant Shiver. What a name, R. Sergeant Shiver. That's his real name, R. Sergeant Shiver. Was served as first director of the U.S. Peace Corps. It's the toughest job you'll ever love. In 2002, the Civil War in let's see. The Civil War in Syria was finally declared over. More than 50,000 people established to have died in the fighting, and some 2,000 were displaced. Martin Luther King. Sorry, guys. I was reading different things. I got 2 things going on at once here. In 1986, Martin Luther King Day was first celebrated as a national holiday. In 1983, the American International Olympic Committee officially reinstated the gold medal of American athlete Jim Thorpe, who had won the decathlon and at the 1912 Olympics in Stockholm, but was later deprived of his medals over allegations that he was not an amateur athlete. Old Jim Thorpe. In 1967, American criminal Albert DeSalvo and self-confessed serial killer known as the Boston Strangler was convicted of sexual assault and various other crimes and sentenced to life. Although believed to have killed at least 11 women, he was never tried for murder due to lack of evidence. Really? I did not know that. So the Boston Strangler was convicted of sexual assault but never murdered. How does that work out? Dang. I did not know that. Willie O'Ree became the first black athlete to play National Hockey League game when he debuted with the Boston Bruins against the Montreal Canadiens. Still few and far between, right? Like, that's just like a thing. I don't know. Not a lot of African Americans play hockey, but not a lot of them ice skate either. I think environment. I don't want to sound racist. I think it's just environment. Like if you don't grow up around ice, why would you learn to skate? Same with swimming and that kind of stuff. I think it's just environmental. 1944, Austrian politician Paul Keating, who was the leader of the Australian Labor Party and Prime Minister of Australia from 1991 to 1996, was born in Sydney. There you guys go, you're Australian people. Party it up for politician Paul Keating, our favorite Australian politician. I don't know. To save the cost of labor and equipment, the United States banned the sale of pre-sliced bread during World War II. Who knew that? So during World War II, or at least World War II, pre-sliced bread was banned. What the heck? You had to slice your own bread. In 1912, British explorer Robert Falcon had to proceed them by mouth. Let's see. British explorer Robert Falcon Scott and 4 members of his expedition reached the South Pole only to discover that Ronald Amason had preceded them by a month. Scott and his men successfully died trying to return to their base camp. How messed up is that? You're like, we're going to discover and South Pole first, man. And you get there and old Ronald is chilling on his sled and he's drinking a Red Bull and he's like, what's up, guys? I've been here a month. And then you're like, fuck. And then you go down, you go back and you die. That's kind of shitty. Fucking Ronald. Ronald's always good. Ronald. Oh, Ronald. The first aircraft landing on a ship's flight deck was performed by American pilot Eugene Ely on the battleship Pennsylvania in San Francisco Bay in 1911. Wow. They were landing planes on ships in 1911. Woo. 1882, American humorist A.A. Milne, who originated the immensely popular stories of Christopher Robin and his toy bear Winnie the Pooh, was born. American orator and politician Daniel Webster was born in New Hampshire. My bad. Not just hamster, New Hampshire. English physician and psychologist and theorist. You're good, Chris. I'm just doing this right now. The two out of the 3. Hang on, buddy. English physician. He was Peter Mark Roget was born, guys, in 1779. That's right. And that was your Today in History, a journey through time. All right. Oh, oh man. Chat's watch out for the dingoes. The dingoes ate you, baby. You got to have balls of steel to land a plane on a ship, especially in 1912, right? Especially in 1912. Oh, Chris Zucchini. You know what, man? This chat cracks me up sometimes, man. You guys, well, I don't even know what to say. Oh my God, I'm not a bot. Oh man. All right, guys. Oh man. All right. So that was your Today in History, guys. What do we got? We still got like 20 minutes left. All right. I just crack myself up, guys. Don't mind me. I'm just entertaining. No, I get it. I get it, man. Can I call you Master Brian? Oh man. So you know what? I got to tell you guys this. And it's adult, so if you're not an adult, you can go ahead and turn the channel now, guys. You should be an adult if you're watching it. When I was about 19, I was working at Maverick, the gas station, and I was a baker. Love baking, still do. It was my first occupation of choice was being a baker. Loved it, still love it. But it won't catch me in a kitchen again. Anyway, I was working at Maverick. I was working the graveyard shift. I was a tweaker at the time. You know, I was full on tweaker mode. I think it was months. Might have been about a year before I ended up getting busted and doing my time. Are any of us real adults? I don't know. Anyway, so I worked, I want to say 3:30 to maybe it was 4 to 1. And I had to leave at 3:30. There was something at 3:30, but I had to be there by 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, I was a tweaker, perfect job for me. I was awake anyway. So I go down there and there was a guy. His name was Gray. I always remember. First person I ever met, his name was Gray. That was his real name, was Gray. And he was the graveyard cashier. And I remember he was an okay dude. I mean, we'll get into his stuff here in a minute, but he was an okay dude. And I remember I had this roommate. God, I can't think of what his name was. He was a piece of shit. He was a real piece of shit. He would, so I would go to work and he would be all geeked out at the house doing God knows what, and I would have this guy Gray. Um, I would have him call the house and use his voice and be like, "Do you like scary movies?" And like we did the Scream thing, and this dude, he was like 19, 20. He got so freaked out. He would be all geeked out of his mind, and I knew the house, so I would have this Gray call him and be like, "I'm watching you through the back window of like whatever." And I used my peeper experience. I think she was referring to Fortnite, guys. Um, 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 and he was so he was a cool guy ish. And I remember, so he started dating this girl. He was an older guy. I would say he had to be like 45, 50. I was 20. So he was an older guy. I'm like, I'm a 45, 50 right now. Wait a minute. And he was dating this girl who's probably like in her late 20s. And they were into the weird master slave thing. And I remember I like went to work one morning and I found some like weird notes. And I'm like, "You do not move unless I tell you to," and things like that, like really weird. And I remember, like, that was never been my thing. If that's your thing, then hey, I mean, mazel tov, whatever you need to do to have fun. But yeah, I remember finding those and Brian squirreling out. Isn't that obvious? I don't have a poker face. I'm like. And I found these notes, man, and I just asked him. I'm like, "Dude, what's up with that?" And he just told me. He's like, "Yeah, I'm her master. She's my slave. She does what I want." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I ended up getting busted and going to prison, jail and prison. Like during all that mix, so I don't know what happened with either of them, but yeah, I always remember that. And I remember going to the girl's house, the woman's house, for something, and I used her phone to call a party line. It was, it was just a long distance call, but for some reason I remember, I'm like, I'm bored, I'm gonna call the party line. Who remembers those? Anyone? I don't know if it was just my age generation or like what I was into, but there was a thing called a party line. And what it was like usually a long distance phone number. Sometimes people would set up 800 numbers for them. And it would be like a group chat. It was pre-internet, when the internet was still relatively in its infancy. And you would call up and there would be like 1,000 people on this line. And you would be able to like talk to them or whatever. Sometimes it'd be like a message board almost. Yeah, party lines were, "Hey, Tim W., there you are," all creeping in the background. Someone say, "Master?" Anyone ever call Miss Cleo? No, but I called enough of those fucking psychics in my day, man. When I was like 22, 20, no, I was older, 32. Shit, I should have known better. I got hooked, man. I got hooked on some psychics. Like big time got hooked on it, man. Like calling every other day type of thing. Bad move. There you go, Tim. There you go. So anyway, yeah, so I asked him one time and he was like, "Yeah, that's what we do, blah, blah, blah." And I always wonder how it turned out. Your generation is right after the phone was invented. Party line. Different kind of party line. Different kind of party line. And I remember me and my friend Roger, my best friend from high school, Roger, we would call this one certain party line. So his sister-in-law was Hispanic, Chola type of a woman, had given up that life, but was in the scene, during the day. Cool, very, very cool. A woman, still friends with her to this day. A vet, still really good friends, lifelong friends, basically family. Anyway, we would hang out, we'd smoke a lot of weed. I remember one in time in particular. I was on the floor. Roger was on the couch. Yvette was on the other couch, and then maybe there were some other people there with us. And I remember we had cheese puffs, like the cheese doodles. Yo Cholo, and Yo Chola, and I was laying on the floor, and I remember they were throwing cheese puffs in my mouth, and I would lay there. And Roger called the party line. We were stoned. We were so stoned. And Roger called the party line, and it was mainly like cholos, like your Hispanic gangsters, and but like hard, like you could tell, like they were kind of hardcore. And Roger had this great Urkel voice. And he would get there, and the guys would be like, "Yo, man, MSA, blah," whatever, they'd on there, and they would always be doing, throwing up their gang stuff. And then all of a sudden, Roger would come on. He'd be like, "Que paso, vatos? I'm El Nino." And these guys would get so pissed. They would get so pissed. And they would start, "I'm going to kill you, vato." "Oh, que paso, vato? I'm a vato too." And they would get so pissed, man. And we would sit there for hours as they were throwing cheese puffs in my mouth. And we would listen to people getting pissed. Your generation. My mom always used the phone for dating because dating sites came out such. The Jerky Boys. They were the best, man. Oh, tomorrow on the morning show, guys, we will. All right. I love Teresa Deller's emojis. Gotta run. Have a great day. Appreciate you, Teresa Deller. Appreciate you tuning in. You rock. You rock it. Yeah. All right. Aaron, that's a problem with Aaron. That's a problem with how you met her. Let's see. Do you believe in any of them right with their predictions? Oh, the psychics? Yes. So, okay, we got the party line story out of the way. All right, I want to make sure I wrap up all the stories before we start a new story. Teresa Deller can't see people either. I know it's weird. We got to figure out what Teresa Deller. There's some kind of block on her thing. We gotta fix that. We gotta fix that. All right. So psychics. We're gonna get back. We got a game we still gotta play. We got this true crime trivia game, guys. Maybe we play it today at 4:20 if we run out of time. So psychics, guys. I actually worked on a show. I don't know. A lot of you guys know I'm a filmmaker. I worked in the film industry. I went to film school. I have a film degree. Film. Um, how many more times can I say film? And that's my passion. That's what I love to do. And that's kind of how this morphed into this show and everything. But when I was first starting out, I worked as a production assistant. So I got into this film career later in life. I was in my 30s. Lifelong passion, what I wanted to do. So I had to start off the bottom, like clock top messages and click all messages. Oh, I believe that back to retro, she lived in Florida. And what was I? So you have to start out, at the bottom, which kind of sucked because I was in my 30s. So I'm working with like a bunch of 18, 19-year-olds, and my boss is like a 22-year-old. Anyway, I ended up getting some production gigs. Like I told you guys, I worked on Fast and the Furious 5. I worked on Pawn Stars, a few shows like that. But one I worked on was called America's Top Psychic Challenge. And I was a production assistant to Savannah Fillmore. Is that how you say her name? Psychic, Hyschhic, Savannah. Psychic Savannah Fillmore, I believe her name was. I'll have to look it up. I have her info. Anyway, I worked with her exclusively on that show. And what it was Sylvana Fillmore. I worked exclusive. She's from Beverly Hills. You guys could follow her on Psychic Sylvana over on X. Great lady. So I was her personal assistant, her production assistant, if you will. We worked together for about, 3 or 4 months. Great lady. Learned a lot. But her readings were so accurate and so freaking I was single at the time. I was in my early 30s, and one of the readings she gave me was a love reading or whatever, if I was going to find a girlfriend. So she said that I would meet someone in 2 months, and there were going to be complications. It was going to be a not so normal something in there. I forget what it was. It was such a long time ago. Anyway, there would be something odd, something different that would definitely be like, okay, this is what I predicted. So about 2 months later, totally forgot about it. I was chilling. I meet this girl, and we get along pretty good. We were talking. It was online, I believe. So we were talking. Everything's good. I don't really put 2 and 2 together. She said something about a bike too, about a bike. And so anyway, the girl ends up riding a bike or something. There was something with the bike, and I'm like, wait a minute, could this be it? But what's the complication? The complication was she was pregnant, and not by me. So, would you say that prediction came true? Yeah, I would say it. I've had a couple come true. I've used an app called Purple Ocean. It's on iPhones and stuff. It's pretty cool. I had an aunt, a great aunt, my aunt Kay, who was that famous psychic hotline lady that looked like she was? Oh, that was Miss Chloe. Yeah, Back to Retro was just talking. So I've called a couple of the numbers. Like I said, I got addicted for a while, and then I'd get mad. I'd call them back. Your fucking prediction didn't come true. You fucking fake. Just give them more money just to yell at them. Oh man, yeah, and people make a lot of money off those. You get people who are lonely. You get people who just want to talk. For me, it was I had a broken heart. I just went through like some kind of, I couldn't even tell you what it was. At the time, it's been so long, but I went through some kind of heartbreak, some kind of breakup or something. So I'm on there, and then they tell you what you want to hear, and they string it out for in 3 months. It's always like a 90-day thing too. It's never like, hey, tomorrow you're gonna run into this person. I was actually in Vegas a couple days ago for my physical therapy, and I was got sidetracked with all the construction going around, so I pulled into this strip mall parking lot, and it was funny to me. It was in the strip mall. It had 2 psychics, a Pentecostal church, and a voodoo store. I didn't know what the store was. So man, do I have a picture of it? I'd have to restart everything. I'll have to show you guys this. So I pull in this parking lot and I see the psychics, and I'm like, that's weird. And then I see the Pentecostal church right next to it. I'm like, that's even weirder. And then there's this weird, like the sign's weird, everything's weird, and it's all in Spanish. Oh, poor little Brian was suffering from a broken heart. And I ended up, I have a friend, Mary Lopez, who is all in Spanish and stuff. So Mary Lopez lives in Vegas. So I sent a message her, and I'm like, hey, what is this place? Because it was like weird faces, like morphed faces, and like it almost looked horror-ish to be not horror-ish, horror-ish. And those voodoo donuts look good. Those voodoo donuts were good, man. I'm telling you. And so there was a voodoo shop, and I messaged her, and she's like, "Oh, don't go in there. That's where they put curses on people and this kind of stuff." So it made me laugh at the fact that there was a Pentecostal church psychic. So psychic Pentecostal church, psychic, and then over here a voodoo shop. And then there was a DMV, like you can skip the line DMV, like those private DMV services. Only in Vegas. Only in Vegas, guys, where you can put a curse, get a donut, get your psychic reading. I know donuts sound good right now, don't they? I might have to make a trip to Baskin Robbins. A lot of people forget. Baskin Robbins, or not Baskin Robbins, Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts sound pretty fire. Oh, man. Actually sounds really fire. You got me thinking, Rosie Key. I might have to run down there. So, yeah, that's crazy. So psychics, guys, I don't know. I think there are real psychics out there. I think it's a real thing. I think there's a lot of fakes. I think you just kind of got to weed out. Don't go in there too hopeful. I think when you want to hear something, you're going to hear it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's all in fun. Take it for what it's fun. Huh, that's weird. That's weird, Tim. I don't know. Yeah, she has problems seeing other people too on here sometimes. He said voodoo, and I thought of that donut. Those donuts were fire, man. And they gave them to me for free. I was standing in line, and they were like, "Hey, you want this free box of donuts?" And I was like looking around, like, what's the catch? And she's like, "Okay, then." And went to the next. I'm like, "No, give me those fucking donuts." Oh man, I love the way things just work out. Sometimes you just show up and you get free box of donuts. Everything's going good. I think those people are really just good at reading people's body language. Yeah, definitely. You know what? Maybe we'll do, if I could find a psychic that will let me record her, maybe, or them. It could be a guy. I don't want to eliminate. I would totally film that and do like, you know what? Maybe we do a phone one. Yeah. You know what? Maybe today we'll do that. If I can get a reading done, we'll do, maybe, what's today? Thursday? Maybe tomorrow. It's Fantastic Friday. We'll do a psychic reading tomorrow, guys. Who's up for that? Who's up for a psychic reading on tomorrow's 10 a.m. show, guys? We will do a psychic reading. I'll have a psychic come on and give us a reading. So that's what you got to look forward to. Wait a minute. This just in, guys. I'm getting a message. Tomorrow, we are going to do psychic readings on the show. That's my prediction. That is my prediction. We're going to do psychic readings. I know two people who were butchered by a voodoo practice in front of tourists. Ouch. If there were people like that, and the government would be turning them into weapons. Operation, what was it? I actually just listened to a podcast about that, about remote viewing and how the government were using it to, and then they got in trouble with the UFOs. They saw things that they shouldn't have seen. Yeah. So tomorrow, guys, we'll do a psychic reading. We're going to have a good time. So join us at 7:10 a.m. for all to see. Also, guys, at 4:20 today, we are going to cover some true crime case, and we're going to play true crime trivia. We tried to do it today, guys. We ended up just bullshitting. A lot. Appreciate, maybe it won't show past me. Appreciate you guys, man. Don't get butchered by freaking voodoo, man. Voodoo people are crazy. New Orleans, a lot of craziness down there, man. I don't practice Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball. I had $1 million, but I spent it all. That's right, guys. Oh, man. Good times. The guy got life. Ooh, what happens to like a voodoo guy when they go to prison? Like, do they continue practice? Do they let them have their like stuff because it's religion? How does that work? It was the mother of a classmate of mine and the cousin of a man. That's horrible. I'm sorry, John. I don't mean to make light of it. That's crazy, man. Voodoo. Whew. Don't want to be messing around with that. Remember when Miami Vice had voodoo in it? Be well, everyone. I'm going to start digging. See you this afternoon. Can you dig it? All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here as well. Appreciate everyone. I got physical therapy, but we will be live at 4:20, guys. I got to go get ready to go get cracked and popped and all sorts of stuff. Appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. You guys rock. Aaron, Rai, everybody, guys. And Rai's not a bot. We discovered that today. Chris Zucchini, you're awesome, man. You make me laugh. Eric, you may all you guys, man. Rosie Key, everybody, man. Tim, you guys rock, man. If I didn't mention you, you still I still love you. So appreciate you guys. I just got to get going. I will talk to you guys at 4:10 p.m. guys. Hope Rosie needs to go out in the bathroom too. All right, guys. I will see you at 4:20.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
See you guys.